The 2024 All-Star Game will be on July 16th in Arlington, Texas. The voting is open right now for all the position players, and for the most part, the fans do a good job. That being said, I scoured the league as of Saturday, June 22nd, and I picked my own All-Star team. No bias, purely on their stats and accomplishments. Each team has 20 position players and 12 pitchers, so for each team, I picked 2 layers for every position. That includes DH, 3 catchers, 1 utility or wildcard player, 9 starting pitchers, and 3 relievers. Also, I made sure every team had at least 1 player represented. Starting with the National League, my starting catcher is William Contreras. He's played in just about every game. His average is close to 300, 9 home runs, 797 OPS. His backup is Will Smith, playing in 9 less games but having 2 more homers. Average is 21 points lower, but he does have a better OPS at 821. This is very close, but I'm giving Contreras the edge for playing more and his better average. I'm also giving Patrick Bailey a spot in this team. Only 51 games, but a 292 average and 796 OPS. I think he's a good pick for a third catcher. If any of these guys can't go, Elias Diaz is also having a very good season in Colorado. First base is loaded. I have 8 guys who could make the team, but by far the best one is Bryce Harper. 294 average, 18 homers, 51 RBI, 951 OPS. Freddie Freeman is backing him up, hitting almost 300. Only 11 homers, but as usual is a doubles machine at 21. His OPS peaking over 900. I mentioned a utility or wildcard pick, and I'm using that on Pete Alonso. He would not be my third pick at first base. That would be Christian Walker, but the Mets need someone on this team and Alonso is the most deserving, so I had to give him that wildcard spot. If any of these guys can't go, obviously Christian Walker should get the nod, but also consider Matt Olson, Michael Busch, Jake Cronenworth, and Lamont Wade Jr. Second base is very weak in the NL, but Ketel Marte is having a great season. 277 average, 15 homers, 42 RBI, 839 OPS. I guess Luis Arraez is considered a second baseman even though he's playing a lot of first, so he's going to be the backup. As usual, hitting well over 300 at 313, leads the majors in hits at 102. His on-base actually not much higher than Marte's, and without slugging, his OPS is still above average but over 100 points behind Marte. Shortstop belongs to Mookie Betts. He probably won't play because of injury, but his 304 average, 10 homers, 40 RBI at the leadoff spot, 892 OPS, he's by far the best out there, at least offensively. For his backup, I'm going with Elly De La Cruz. He does strike out more than anyone else in the league. He's only hitting 240, but he's got 13 homers, a 782 OPS, and most important, 37 stolen bases, the best in the majors. Assuming there's going to be an open spot here, give CJ Abrams a look. He's emerging as a star in Washington. And then consider guys like Willy Adames, Mason Wynn, and Ezekiel Tovar. Third base has 4 good candidates, but Alec Bohm is my choice. 301 average, only 8 homers but leads the majors with 26 doubles. Already driven in 61, 837 OPS. His backup has very similar stats, Ryan McMahon. Average is 21 points lower, but he has 14 homers and an OPS a couple points higher. But of course, he does benefit from Coors Field. Also consider Joey Ortiz. He's having a really strong year in Milwaukee. And Jeimer Candelario. He's been a big power bat for the Reds. In the outfield, I have 2 Padres and 1 Dodger. Jurickson Profar has been amazing. Leads the National League with a 415 on base. Also a 320 average, 10 homers, 898 OPS. Fernando Tatis will join him. 279 average, 14 homers, 821 OPS. And so will Teoscar Hernandez. 254, 18 homers, 54 RBI, 813 OPS. Backing them up, I have Christian Yelich. He has the numbers to be a starter, 319 average, 891 OPS, but he's barely played 50 games. He's pretty much a whole month of games behind the starters. I'm also giving a spot to Brian Reynolds, hitting 271, 11 homers, 42 RBI, 792 OPS. He's the Pirates' 1 All-Star. Also, Jesse Winker, the one guy repping the Nats, 265 average and a 793 OPS. If one of these guys can't go, Jazz Chisholm has been pretty good, and so has Elliot Ramos. I only left him off because he's played just over a month of games. His numbers are awesome, but I think he only gets in as a replacement. The DH is pretty easy. Shohei Ohtani leads the National League in most categories. 321 average, 23 homers, 632 slugging, 1031 OPS. And his backup is the league leader in RBI, Marcell Ozuna. In the end, he might be battling Ohtani for the Triple Crown. 312 average, 21 homers, 64 RBI, 986 OPS. The NL also has a couple great options at DH. Kyle Schwarber with 17 homers and an 851 OPS, and Jock Peterson hitting almost 300 and a 921 OPS. I chose 9 starting pitchers, so here they are. Tyler Glasnow, 16 starts, 100 innings, 288 ERA. His teammate Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 14 starts and a 292 ERA. Logan Webb has 99 innings and a sub-3 ERA. Chris Sale has had an awesome first year with the Braves. 14 starts and a 2.91 ERA. Ronaldo Lopez is one of baseball's best stories. 13 starts and a 1.57 ERA. I have a couple Cubs on here. Shota Imanaga hasn't been great as of late, but for most of the season, he's been amazing. 14 starts and a 2.96 ERA. Also, Javier Assad quietly has 15 starts and a 2.75 ERA. Then you got your Phillies. Zach Wheeler has 16 starts, 99 innings, and a 2.73 ERA. And you got your National League All-Star starting pitcher, Ranger Suarez. He leads all qualifiers in the majors with a 1.75 ERA over 15 starts. If they need anyone else to come on, they should consider Dodger rookie Gavin Stone, the Giants' Jordan Hicks, the Cardinals' Sonny Gray, the Pirates' Mitch Keller, and depending on how he pitches leading up to the game, possibly Paul Skeens. In the bullpen, I could only pick 3 arms, so I went with 3 closers. The Cardinals are getting their one selection with Ryan Helsley, a 2.45 ERA and leads the majors with 25 saves. The Marlins are also getting their one guy with Tanner Scott, a 1.69 ERA and 8 saves in 31 games. Then there's Robert Suarez, 19 saves and a 1.16 ERA. There are so many great relievers, so if they need someone, check out the Dodgers' Evan Phillips or Alex Vesia, Arizona's Ryan Thompson or Justin Martinez, Phillies' Jeff Hoffman and Matt Strom, Milwaukee's Trevor McGill or Brian Hudson, and the Nationals' Dylan Floro and Kyle Finnegan. So here's your 2024 NL All-Star team according to me and a breakdown of players by team. The Dodgers lead the pack with 7, Philly and San Diego have 4, the Braves have 3, Cubs, Giants, and Brewers have 2, and you got 8 teams with just 1. But the only one I had a hard time forcing in was Pete Alonso of the Mets. You could also argue there's more deserving guys than Tanner Scott in the Marlins. Now for the AL, and starting with the starting catcher, you gotta go with Adley Rutschman. He's hitting over 300, 15 homers, 53 RBI, 835 OPS. The guy is just a superstar. His backup is Salvador Perez, having another solid season. 283 average, 11 homers, 816 OPS. They need one more catcher, and I'm giving it to Connor Wong. He only has 56 games, but his stats are great. 333 average and 866 OPS. At first base, Josh Naylor is by far the best. His average is way down. This is a guy who can't hit 300, but he has 19 homers, 57 RBI, 813 OPS. His backup is the only guy on the team from the Blue Jays, Vlad Guerrero Jr. He's been good, 277 average, 8 homers, 763 OPS, but I wouldn't put him on here if the Blue Jays didn't need a rep. I think Ryan Mountcastle deserves it over him. 273 average, 11 homers, 790 OPS, but maybe he can be a replacement. Second base was extremely weak. I only found 2 guys that deserve to be on the team. The starter being Jose Altuve. He's hitting almost 300, 11 homers, 10 steals, 801 OPS. His backup is Marcus Semien, 252 average, 11 homers, 43 driven in, 735 OPS. Above average, but when you don't have a lot of good options, he's gonna have to do. No surprise at shortstop, the starter is Gunnar Henderson. 281 average, 24 homers, 13 steals, leads the majors with 65 runs scored, 983 OPS. His backup is Bobby Witt Jr., hitting 314, leads the AL with 99 hits, 12 homers, 21 steals, 899 OPS. If one of those guys can't go, Carlos Correa would be my next choice, followed by Corey Seager. Third base is packed with talent, and the starter is Jose Ramirez. 271 average, 19 homers, 67 RBI, 858 OPS. Just his normal super productive season. His backup is Isaac Paredes, and that's only because he's the Rays' only All-Star. He is having a very good season, 283 average, 11 homers, 830 OPS. But I have 3 other guys knocking on that door wishing they had that spot. Rafael Devers, Josh Smith, and Jordan Westburg. Also left out but having a very good year is Luis Rengifo. The AL outfield is pretty cut and dry, 2 Yankees and 1 Astro. Aaron Judge leads the majors in homers, RBI, and OPS, 28, 70, and 1117. Juan Soto is also great, 305 average, 18 homers, 56 RBI, 1000 OPS. Also, nobody in the majors gets on base as often as he does, 433. Then, you have Kyle Tucker, only 60 games but 19 homers and a 979 OPS. Backing them up is Anthony Santander, 20 homers and 51 RBI for the Orioles, 812 OPS. Riley Green has been awesome for the Tigers, 14 homers and an 838 OPS. And I'm also giving a spot to Stephen Kwan. He's right around the 50-game mark, but he's leading the league with a 390 average, 1013 OPS. There aren't too many great options I'm leaving out, but if they need replacements, look at Tyler O'Neill, Jarren Duran, and Kerry Carpenter. For DH, you gotta go with Yordan Alvarez. 292 average, 16 homers, 887 OPS, and his backup is Brent Rooker, having yet another good season. 261, 13 homers, 843 OPS. The AL has one great utility player, and that's David Fry. This guy plays everywhere, including catcher. He's only put in 54 games, but he's hitting 307, 8 homers, 948 OPS. He should be on the team. Here are my 9 starting pitchers for the AL. Luis Gil got destroyed his last time out, and that's the only reason I don't have him starting this game. 15 starts and a 2.77 ERA. Corbin Burns could also start the game. 16 starts, almost 100 innings, 2.35 ERA. Seth Lugo has been one of baseball's best all year. 16 starts, 104 innings, 2.42 ERA. Tarek Skubal is in the conversation for Cy Young. 15 starts and a 2.50 ERA. Ronel Blanco has been a big surprise, starting his season with a no-hitter and sitting on a 2.34 ERA. And then you got 3 guys serving as their team's only all-star. Tyler Anderson of the Angels, 15 starts and a 2.48 ERA. Eric Fedde of the White Sox, 16 starts and 3.05. And Joe Ryan of the Twins, 15 starts and 3.13. Finally, your 2024 AL All-Star starting pitcher, Tanner Houck. 15 starts, 96 innings, and leads the league with a 2.14 ERA and 1.97 ERA+. He deserves the ball more than anyone else. If any of these guys can't pitch, Logan Gilbert should get the first call, followed by Jack Flaherty, Cole Reagans, and Marcus Stroman. In the bullpen, you of course have Emmanuel Clase, the best closer in baseball, 23 games and a 0.74 ERA. I'm also giving the nod to Mason Miller. He may not have the best stats at 14 saves and a 2.08 ERA, but he was a story of the A's early on, and if Brent Rooker doesn't make it, he for sure will. Finally, I have the only Mariner on this team, Andres Munoz, 13 saves and a 1.42 ERA. There are a bunch of other great picks as replacements, including Clay Holmes, Griffin Jacks, Taylor Scott, 3 awesome Guardians in Hunter Gaddis, Cade Smith, and Tim Herron, and Kirby Yates, currently keeping his ERA under 1. So, there's the AL All-Star team according to me and broken down by team. No surprise, the Guardians have 5 players, the Astros and Orioles have 4, Royals and Yankees have 3, A's, Tigers, and Red Sox have 2, and 7 other teams have 1, including the first place Mariners. Eric Fedde for the White Sox and Joe Ryan for the Twins are kind of forced in there. So was Isaac Paredes for the Rays and Vlad Jr. for the Blue Jays, those guys taking spots from more deserving players. That's all I have for now. Let me know where you agree or disagree. If there was a massive oversight or a guy I missed, or if you would have swapped any of these guys around, let me know in the comments below. Before you go, please drop a like and give me a sub if you love baseball and want to see more like this. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.